Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bi-Weeks and Booze. Get your lineups ready and grab a drink.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Bi-Weeks and Booze. This is Sean.
And this is Zach.
And welcome to episode number 6?
6.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for joining us, guys. We had fun last week, and we're ready to rock it this week. Got a fun show for you. Zach, first off, how's your fucking wisdom teeth, man?
Pretty good. The only shitty part is I have a canker sore on next to one of my old teeth.
Oh, shit.
And just, it hurts worse, honestly, than all my teeth pulled out together, so.
Fuck, dude.
But I think I got some mouthwash and some, like, numbing cream, and that's helped out within the past day, so I should be good to go tomorrow.
So no major issues, though?
Nope. Only that sucks
yeah,
is
man.
Food gets stuck in there, and it's so annoying.
Yummy.
Little leftovers, like, hours later.
That's nice little treat.
Like, ooh.
All right, man. So, sweet. I'm excited to be back. Where do we start? There's a lot of shit going on right now. All right. Well, first off, obviously, if you haven't checked us out on social media, check out our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's it, right?
Twitter,
Yeah, that's all we got.
Instagram, Facebook.
Big news with that this week is yesterday, we are officially on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, if you still use it. iTunes will be going away pretty soon, though, with the next major update, and they're going to split it to Apple Podcasts. So if you do have it, make sure you have the Apple Podcast or Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. So check us out on any of those. Man, I feel like I was going to say something else, and I totally forgot. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, what the fuck are we drinking this week, Zach?
So we are drinking Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
So he picked up some decent, not a Ralph special like I like to. I actually picked up a Ralph special the other day.
I don't know what the hell. You look in the clearance section or what?
Dude, it was on sale for $7.99, black velvet, and it tasted like rusty nails. It was rough.
You're going to get what is it called? You're going to get tetanus? Whatever it is.
Fuck. No, that's not too bad, but I think you're ready to fucking drink because you didn't get a drink last week.
No, I was afraid to drink.
Oh,
well, let's do a shot first before you sip your ginger ale.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's right. All right, man. So we're shot glass this time. I've got the Zoo special for myself and Zach. I have the Nashville Zoo right here. This is from our trip to Tennessee last year. Which shot glass you rocking?
I have the San Diego Zoo with a big ferocious lion on it.
Oh, that's my place, man. All right, here we go. What's it called? Buffalo Trace?
Buffalo Trace. Let's see how it is.
All right, here we go, brother.
Take this shot.
It's not bad.
Oh, the aftertaste.
It burns. It does burn. Man, it is like, whew. Whew. It
Might
burns
taste,
like
it might taste a little
mouthwash.
better on ice. But
It's got a good flavor. It really just burns.
what else are we drinking, Sean? Besides
The classic Canada Dry and a little whiskey. We're using the Buffalo Trace. It's a delicious drink, that's for sure.
Yes, it is.
All right, man. And I know he's got some craft beer he picked up from Total Wine a little bit ago. So we're going to take you on a flight here in a little bit once we get that cooled down. But let's get going. Let's hop into some news. So relatively kind of a slow news week for the NFL, but we did manage to kind of drum up a few interesting points. So let's get into that. Let's start with our boy, Ezekiel Elliott. What the fuck's up with this guy, man? So he goes to, what's it called? Electronic?
EDC?
What is it? Electronic Daisy Carnival?
I don't know.
I think that's what it's called. I watched a Netflix documentary one time over it. Goes to the EDC festival in Las Vegas, and we're going to watch the video right now because TMZ has it. Let's keep that on the quiet.
Keep that on mute. So right now he's all decked out in Lakers gear.
Yeah, can we talk about that shitty jersey he's wearing? What the fuck?
He's on something because he's like stumbling.
Yeah, he's obviously on something because he's drunk or something, but he's not definitely not sober. He stumbles around. This is where it happens. He gets up and the guy, he's like, "Hey, you got something to say to me?" And then he gets up upon him and then he gives him the elbow and he goes right over the top of that fucking fence. And I was like, "What's up?" "Yeah, I play in the fucking NFL. Well, the guy can't hang with me." And then he gets handcuffed, never gets arrested. You see the outfit?
Is that a coffin, the outfit?
No, that's the girl he's with.
That's his girl.
So I don't know if a girlfriend or whatever.
They're both getting arrested.
Oh yeah, but Yeah, he gets handcuffed, kind of set aside, and then they eventually just let him go. So,
they let him go?
Yeah, didn't get arrested, nothing. So that's what they were originally when they first came out. They said Roger Goodell's going to have to investigate this himself, very likely to. Now that I've seen the video, I'm not too worried about this, to be totally honest. I don't think this is going to affect him at all. I know he's had the issue. Was it last year he set out for a little bit, or the year before?
Year before his rookie year, wasn't it? But that's because something that happened in college.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if Goodell's going to reach out there and try to bust him one, or
I doubt it.
I don't think so, man. I think this blows over.
But it looks like he pushed over security for the concert.
It was who it was.
Yeah,
it was the security.
That's probably why maybe it's a little...
The guy actually came out. He's like 19 years old, and he was like, I'm a huge fan of Ezekiel Elliott. So to get pushed by him, kind of, it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
We got any viewers on there yet?
We got one. We got my boy.
What's up, boy?
I can't see who it is, Juan.
His name's Juan.
It's Juan.
Juan?
I can't tell from here, but yeah.
Hey, Juan.
Juan Valdez.
Oh, all right. So we're moving forward. Next thing we got. Dude, this made me fucking pump when I seen this earlier this week. So Lions offensive coordinator comes out this week, and what's he tweet? We are a running team. Can you fucking say hell yeah for all of our Kerryon Johnson faithful?
Hell yeah.
Dude, I had Kerryon. So I am all about value when I draft, and you also know that I play the safe play. So I took a risk last year and drafted Kerryon Johnson as a rookie just based off his highlights from Auburn, and it paid off. But what really pissed you off is he could have had that ceiling closer to Sony Michel, but they didn't let him run the fucking ball, man. He only got like 12 to 15 snaps a game on a good game. So to hear this from I think it's a new offensive coordinator, I think. To hear that gets all the people that are kind of faithful of Kerryon Johnson excited, because I'm going to hit you with some stats real quick. What I don't get last year, guys, and I know it was the first year coach and the guy from the Patriots, I can't really remember his name right now. So they're trying to figure things out, especially with Theo Riddick. He's a big part of that passing down game. But Kerryon Johnson averaged 5.4 yards a carry last year. You know that's second best in the league.
Who was first was
I think if I remember right, Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
Aaron Jones. But get this, man. He's fucking second best in the league. And he was ranked 42nd in rushing attempts. So you have a guy that's averaging 5.4 yards a carry, but yet he gets snaps down there with people. The guys right below him, Chris Ivory, Alfred Morris. That's a fuck up, dude.
Yep.
If you see that as offensive coordinator, you're like, what the fuck are we doing? This guy was second best in the league, and he was fighting to get 12 or 14 snaps a game. So I'm hoping this means they're going to finally give him the rock and let him run with it, because they really haven't had a major rusher since Mr. Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are we going to see some more run games out of Detroit?
I do think so.
Let's hope so.
I think he'll have a breakout year this year.
Do you hear that fucking cricket?
Yep, a little cricket.
So we got a cricket living in my garage. This motherfucker only comes out when it's podcast time.
The boys are here.
Oh, let's go. He's probably a fucking part of we probably should give him a name. He's probably a part of this more so than me or you. But now, Kerryon, I'm hoping he gets it, man. I hope they give him the rock a bunch. I want to see 15 touches a game minimum. And I think that'll open up their passing game. And we all know Stafford's got an arm. So that's me talking from the couch. I'm hoping it works out. But, man, you never know. You never know till you see it. All right, moving on. Ooh, let's talk about your boy. Tell me what happened with your coach today, Zach.
I can't believe I saw this was it Sleeper?
Yeah.
This guy, a coach, tears his Achilles. I don't know,
he was playing basketball.
That's just so crazy.
Fucking playing basketball. So, Mr. Matt LaFleur is playing basketball. I don't know if he's playing at his house or the YMCA.
So he was playing knockout. So, I'm thinking it's after practice with some of the players. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably so. But he's playing basketball today. Tears his fucking Achilles. A coach. Now, what's crazy about this is LaFleur is a younger guy, second youngest coach in the NFL. And he's known for being very, very involved in the practices. So, actually, I think it was last week they said he actually played safety Played safety on a few sets.
Was he like in like pads and stuff?
Nope. I guess just shorts and maybe a helmet. I don't know. But they were saying he's playing safety. He'll take snaps at quarterback. This is the head coach of the team.
He's probably doing this to try to get back in the league or something. I don't know.
Jackie Moon. But he's known for being very involved in the offense. So it's weird to see the poor guy lost that kind, because that's his edge. He's got that, I'm the young guy, I'll get in there and I'll play alongside him.
He's very hands-on coach.
Yes, good way to put it. But shit, man, wish him luck. That's
I guess
rough.
like he's still gonna coach, but he'll be in like a cart or something, or
you're gonna make
a motorized scooter.
Dude, I'd make what's his name? Theo Riddick carry my ass around. Or maybe you get one. You ever seen those little things the people that go hiking with their kids wear on their back, and the kid like stands on it? Can you imagine him standing fucking 7.5 feet off the ground? That'd be pretty sweet. I think they'd like that in Green Bay. But what do we got next?
Terrell
Pryor. Tell me a little bit about Terrell Pryor, man.
Terrell Pryor was one of the top, I'd say top 5 greatest quarterbacks at Ohio State. He's up there. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he tried to become a quarterback in the NFL. That didn't work out. So he switched to, because I think the Browns drafted him, right?
I think it was, and they tried him at wide receiver.
He did okay. He had a breakout year in 2016.
Big time.
And then he got traded, or the Jets, and then that didn't work out. The Redskins didn't work out, and he got released.
Yeah.
But the Jaguars just signed him.
So they signed him to a 1-year deal. What's significant about this is he's signing with the same offensive coordinator, because his big year was 2016.
Yeah.
Before he went into that season, he trained with this offensive coordinator and at the Browns and John DeFilippo. He's now at the Jags. He signs him back on for a 1 year. And now, and you got to think Nick Foles too. Foles likes to throw to the tall guy, the long ball. This might be a match made in heaven, dude. I doubt Terrell Pryor is going to come back and have the kind of season he had in 2016, because everybody that watched him that year thought he was a breakout wide receiver.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the next fucking Calvin Johnson or some shit like that. Like, he was very impressive that year. And he totally did not live up to the hype the following season. So 2016, he puts up over 1,000 yards, 13.1 yards per reception. That's impressive. And then joining up with John DeFilippo, dude, I think you might have some fireworks here. It might be really good.
I hope it's a breakout. I hope he proves everyone wrong and has a dope season.
Well, I mean, I know I'm not crazy big on Nick Foles. He's good. He's a really good quarterback. And I know he likes to throw the long ball every once in a while. And I think that makes a good fit. I'm more trusting of DeFilippo and the work he does. You know, he was the OC at the Vikings last year. Yeah, dude. He's got a really good resume. So I think we're going to see him make some big plays. It's going to come down to chemistry, because you've got a lot of wide receivers mid-level on the Jaguars, and D.D. Westbrook. What's the dude's name? Marquise Lee. He's still there?
Yeah, them too. That's
and
really
then,
about it.
Keelan Cole.
Yeah,
Keelan Cole's the other one.
Good young core.
Yeah, and they needed some size, so this will add that to it. So let's hope we see something new out of him, because Fournette missed practice again.
I noticed a lot of people are missing OTAs. Injury. A lot.
Well, I think this one's injury related. So
Odell Beckham's not showing up. A lot of these guys.
Yeah, Freddie Kitchens kind of had some shit to say about that too.
I'm a superstar. I don't need to show up. I'm too good for everyone.
No, man. I don't understand that, dude. That's all you do for a living. Just take care of business. Make a presence.
That's all that matters. You see Odell Beckham flexing his Rolls Royce?
No.
So his Rolls Royce, it's a video of his front end.
Yeah.
And then the Rolls Royce logo. Mm-hmm. It's him doing like his crazy catch.
Oh, come on, man.
So and it's all orange, his Rolls Royce.
Fuck. I hope he plans on staying with the Browns. See, I know the guy's got talent, man, but show up first. Show up for practice first. Show some leadership, dude. I hate the concept of let's do all my stuff on the field, do the talking. Fuck that. Be a leader, man. Show up for these kids that just got in the league and they don't know what to expect. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on. Next one. Speaking of Nick Foles, this is a super sad story, man. So we all know, I think it was Monday or Tuesday when the news came out that Nick Foles, that he had missed day 4 of OTAs. And all it said was personal reasons. And the coach said, he's taking care of it. He's been very communicative. And he's got it under control. We just wish him the best. It came out a couple of days later that his wife had actually had a miscarriage. Unfortunately, what happened is his wife, I guess, contracted an infection and the pneumonia in their blood. And, they had to give birth to their baby boy. And that's just fucking horrible, man.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I guess she said the wife was trying to get him to go back, and he was like, no, I need to stay with you. And, man, you can't even imagine something like that, man. That's not even something. Even some fools like us, we don't fuck around with stuff like that, man. That's intense. We wish him the best, man. Thoughts and prayers with you, brother.
Yeah, but he's a very religious man, so I think he has it under control. He knows.
That's good. He seems like a level-headed dude.
I think him and Carson Wentz, I think in the offseason they preach and stuff. So
Yeah, I know Carson does. But I wish you the best, Nick. You deserve better than that.
Yep.
But, all right, last piece of news we got for this week. Tyrell Dodson, you sack of shit. Dude, this guy's a rookie out of Florida State. Which team did he go to? Bills. Buffalo.
Yep, Bills.
Okay, so here's the story on Tyrell Dodson. Because actually, I heard this from Zach. I didn't even heard it this week. Where did you see this?
I saw I think I saw it on ESPN last night. When I was watching the Oklahoma State Florida game.
Speaking of which, I hope my Cowgirls right now are winning. Go Pokes.
I saw that. I'm like, what? He got arrested Series. And you're a rookie? Jeez.
So what happened is, all right, it's a domestic violence issue. The girlfriend basically calls the cops, says Dodson got physical with her. So they come over, and Dodson tells them that she actually hit him, of course. So the girlfriend says it all started with Dodson, who had drank too much, vomited on her bedroom floor, and she confronted him a little bit later, and he freaked out, slammed her against the wall. They exchanged some slaps. Dodson took off, left the apartment or house, wherever they're at. Came back a little while later. The girlfriend was scared, locked herself in the bathroom. So Dodson, pissed off, freaking out, breaks the door down. In the process of breaking the door down, nails her in the head. So she's got a big old lump on her head. He ends up leaving the apartment, and the cops found him later that night. Guess where? A fucking nightclub.
Getting more drunk, probably.
Dude, so he gets booked on 3 charges. They're misdemeanors, but 3 charges of, some form of domestic violence or whatever else they put him on. What the fuck do we have to do to stop this bullshit in the NFL?
Someone needs to be setting this example and
exactly
get punished hard.
This is a rookie. He hasn't even seen the fucking field. He barely signed his contract.
Yeah.
And he's playing games like this. This is the problem, man. We've seen the Ray Rice. We're going through the Tyreek Hill shit right now.
Kareem Hunt, we saw.
Kareem Hunt was an absolute joke. This is fucked up, man. I think Goodell's got to start taking careers away. Mm-hmm. I think you need to understand that if you're going to be involved in some kind of domestic violence or you think you're above the law or some bullshit like this, you need to give up your career. Because whatever they've done in the past is not scaring people away. If I'm a rookie that just got in the league, dude, I'm walking the line.
Yep.
What the fuck, dude? You got a lot of work to do. Just try to see the field, yet alone party it up and do this kind of bullshit. I think the league needs to take a huge stance, set an example, get this guy out. Mm-hmm. If it's proven to be true, which, you always got to play the fact that, hey, it might not be true. She could have lied. It's possible. We'll let you have your day in court. But if it's proven to be true, fuck that, man. Get him out of here. Ban him. Do something. They've got to do something. It makes the league look bad. It makes the viewers look bad as people who support this league.
Makes the team, makes everyone involved look bad.
Embarrassing. After the Ray Rice incident, how the fuck are we still talking about this?
Yep.
It's fucked up, man. But that's our news for this week, guys. We're going to keep moving on. So the next thing we're going to talk about right now. Oh, yeah. We're going to say bye to our Instagram followers. Peace. They were watching us live.
Only one person.
One person was. Attaboy, Juan. No, next thing we're going to go over, guys, draft strategy, draft guide by position. We can talk all day about PPR, standard, what your league scoring rules are, blah, blah, blah. And it comes down to it. One of my favorite fucking pieces of football, fantasy. I don't know if you can hear that. It's Zach plugging his phone in. My favorite pieces altogether is the draft, man. Straight up. I make a huge deal out of the draft. I'll talk about that here in a minute, but let's use a 10-team team as an example. like if you're drafting, and what I did is I broke it up into 3 positions. Picks 1 and 2, which are kind of the top of the board where you get the back-to-back picks. And there's picks 3 through 6, which is considered the middle. And then you've got picks 7 through 10, which is kind of the shitty. You get a little bit of that back-to-back as well, but you get towards the tail end of it. Tell me a little bit about what you don't like, which picks you prefer, and a little bit about your strategy.
So I really don't care as long as I'm not in the middle, because I think the middle you wait too damn long for picks.
I agree.
So to be honest, I kind of liked having the last pick just because of the round.
Is it so you can get like the double picks back to back?
Yeah, double picks, and you can do that with the first pick too. But I gained 10 because you're still getting good players, and you get the next pick in the next round. So that's what I'm thinking.
That's true, man. Actually, the last time I won the FFL, I think I had last pick, and I was able to get like the back-to-back picks. I love the first 2 and 7 to 10. I would prefer 1 and 2 if you had to ask me.
1, 2, or 3. I think you're sitting
3
good.
is even pretty
but
good.
Like middle pack, you're just
fuck the middle, man. I hate the fucking middle. It's so tough because it's the same pick each round, so you know when your pick's coming. And you're watching these fucking good guys go off. You miss the first top 5 people. So you're just like, okay, I get pretty much none of them. And then you don't even get the turnaround where you get 2 in a row. So I absolutely hate the middle. Very possible. Actually, I had the 6th pick last year in the FFL and almost won it. Eric beat me. But it's tough, man. Like I totally agree with you. I'd rather have the 1 to 2 or maybe even 7 to 10. You got to have a couple picks in a row because fuck, dude. It can be rough. So when you look at it, do you draft like certain positions or you just like, hey, what's the board look like?
I do both. So if I'm the top picks, I'm going best overall, which is usually their wide receiver running back.
Okay.
And then I work my way down. I just usually fill my starting lineup, but if I fill my starting lineup, I just go best available.
Okay, so you do try to fill your starters first.
Yeah, but say what I'll do is if I get like the first 3 rounds, I have like 2 wide receivers and running back, and I'll see who's available. If between my running back and wide receiver, if I'm stuck between 2 players, whoever's the highest ranked in that position, I take that position.
So do you include kicker and defense in that?
No, those are my last 2
So
picks.
skill positions, starters. Okay, that makes sense. That's similar to what I did too. If I get a late round pick, 7 to 10, that's my strategy because you never get, or the middle round, I'm sorry. If I get 3 to 6, my strategy is to get the best starting lineup I can possibly have because you're never going to have the chance to take 2 in a row. So I've always went with
take the best available,
fill that starting lineup. And you got to have a good, because I mean, that's how you're playing. At the end of the day, a lot of people like to have a really good bench set up. That's great. Their fucking points don't count at the end of the day.
They're sitting there.
Exactly. So if I'm middle of the pack, I focus on the starters first. You get the most absolute points possible. And I'll even take defenses, not necessarily kickers, close to the 10th round early to make sure I get the best starting defense. I'll do that sometimes if I get the middle because it's important for those positions, kicker and shit, to have the best because your bench is likely going to be weak.
Also, you got to look out for is your bye weeks because that could kill you.
Yeah.
You have 3 still wide receivers. They all have the same bye week. You are screwed that week.
Absolutely. Is that something you pay attention to?
Yes, I have to. Yep. I try to make sure that each wide receiver has different bye weeks. And if not, if 2 have the same, I got to make sure one's different. That way I can just flip them in and out because I want to replace them interchangeably.
Yeah. No, I do that.
And then get the bye weeks out early. Don't wait till the end of the season to get them out early as possible.
I prefer that too, man. I do a similar approach. I always look at the bye weeks and keep them in mind. Like if I have 3 wide receivers and they all have the same bye week, I'm in trouble. So obviously I try to steer clear of that. But if the talent's there and I'm getting a good value on a player, I don't care. If I got to drop a week where I'm not going to have really any good players playing, that's fine. I usually can afford to do that, but it's not something I keep a huge track of. I do pay attention to my quarterback one. That's probably the most one I do because I gotta know who's coming up, and so I can stream. Speaking of quarterback, are you one of those guys that won't touch them until like round 7 or 8?
Yeah, I'm after 8. I'm looking. That's my plan.
I think it's the best way.
You're wasting. There's so many quarterbacks that are all average the same 27 points a game. There's no point in rushing, getting Aaron Rodgers or someone.
Absolutely.
After 8th round, like last year, Drew Brees is still on the board. Ben Roethlisberger, Matthew Stafford, all these guys are still on the board.
Yeah. Who was Eric's quarterback last year when he fucking won? I was trying to remember. Oh, Ben.
Yeah, Roethlisberger.
He took Roethlisberger, I want to say, in like the 9th or 10th round.
He had 5,000 yards.
Oh, dude, killer. Yeah, over 5,000 yards, man. There's our cricket. Fucking asshole.
What's up, fool?
Let's see. So starters before bench.
Players in mind.
Do you keep players in mind when going into, like, do you have a guy like, hey, I gotta get this dude?
Not really.
That's good because you will fuck up your draft.
You want to be biased, but there's like guys now I'm looking to draft, like Edelman and stuff like that. I'm Kareem Hunt. I'm trying to think of guys that kind of get by and pick them up late in the rounds, is like snack them up. So if I'm like say like, oh, I need Odell Beckham right now. I need him. No, I just really don't. Whoever's the best, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I can highly recommend to you guys, if you're new to fantasy or you're still a little bit on the first few years of playing, do not do this. I don't care if you love the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Dallas Cowboys or your team. Don't go after them. Go after the best possible player. If you're taking it serious and you actually want to have a shot at winning your league, take the best valued player on the board. I've watched Eric did it the first few seasons he played. He was all Giants. I think he just finally got away from that the last couple seasons, and obviously it worked out for him. But if you stick to that, like I got a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans in my league, man, and I try to do whatever I can to screw them over, essentially, hoping they pick up Dak Prescott early in the rounds. Or, I mean, Zeke's a great pick regardless, but you got to be careful. You got to distance yourself from the teams you really like and go after straight value. Go after what's going to help you in the league, what's going to get the catches, what's going to have a better touchdown percentage, who's done well. And another thing is, too, is something I look at is people will draft wide receivers that are really good wide receivers with shitty quarterbacks. Yep. Don't do that, man. Be careful. I mean, sometimes it does work out, but for the most part, you got to understand they only get points when they catch the ball. And if the person throwing the ball is not that good, it's not going to happen. You got to take into account the entire team production.
It's like Mike Evans. He's such a great wide receiver, but he has a shitty quarterback. That's the guy that, if you pick him up in like round 4 or something, that's a good steal, but you don't want to draft him too early. Yeah.
OBJ was one too for a while, but he still would manage to get his points. But man, it took a lot. It usually came off big chunk plays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Draft ritual, man. This is my favorite one. I was excited about this. Do you have any draft day rituals when it's fantasy draft day? Am I the only nerd?
Nope, I have nothing. Just
nothing. Like you don't
log in a half an hour before and get ready to go.
Like you do anything to prep at all?
Nope.
You don't prep at all?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Just boom.
All right. Well, this is the Sean show then. So let me tell you about my draft ritual. So I've been doing this for at least the last 5 seasons. I get up in the morning. I've already got my food planned for the day. I literally will cook. So last year, I was up, of course, in the morning for the kids were up too. But I made homemade elote. Mm-hmm. So I did elote in a cup. So I had the corn, the mayonnaise, the Parmesan, the hot Cheetos and all that stuff like that, dude. So we did that as appetizers. I can't remember what I did for dinner. I did something crazy, though. But I always plan out my meals. I always have the meals planned out because it's a full day thing, man. I'm fucking pumped because I've already done my research for the day. The day of the draft is where I just relax, I have fun, and I remember how fucking fun it is to play this game. And I cook, and then I usually start drinking. I usually will make myself wait to like right when the draft starts to start drinking. And the way our drafts have always fallen, and they've usually been in late August or early September, which bodes well for this guy because I fucking love pumpkin beer, bitch. And pumpkin beer comes out about that time. So last year I had, I think it was Elysian, the owl. Their pumpkin beer is pretty good. So one of my real big rituals is always drinking pumpkin beer during the draft.
Yeah. Cool, I can dig it.
It's good, man. So I get excited about it. I think like 2 years ago I went to Total Wine, and I picked up like 4 or 5 different pumpkin beers. And I think that was the time we drafted when I was at your house. I mean, me and you drafted. We were both in the same league.
Yeah.
And then
Because last year I drafted here with you for my league, I think.
Yeah. But that's my thing, man. I cook all day. I make it a big ordeal. Cook out.
It's like a holiday.
It is, man. It's draft day, and I get 2 this year. But pumpkin beer, that's my thing, man. That's what I love. Pumpkin beer. Do you like pumpkin beer?
No, I never tried it. I'm not a fan of pumpkin, though, so.
Yeah, I'm a white girl at heart. All right. Moving forward. Oh, dude, this is going to be fun. So, we're going to talk about the top 5 worst NFL fan bases. And so, what me and Zach did, we were talking about this segment. I said, well, let's do some research. Let's look online. Let's find some incidents, some shit like that. And we'll pull together this list of what we think is the top 5 worst NFL fan bases. And what we mean by worst is either they're cocky, obnoxious, annoying, people that never think they're going to lose, or people that think, oh, my team's going to make the playoffs every year. Or maybe you think, oh, America loves my team. I don't know, some bullshit like that. But we actually agreed on this, the top 5. So with no further ado, here's our top 5. So at number 5, we have the lovely Pittsburgh Steelers. What kind of, do you have any experiences or videos or shit you've seen about the Steelers fan base?
No, I have not really.
It's kind of the one that I wasn't sure about, because in my mind, there's a few that really stand out fan base wise. So when it comes to 5, I had to pick one that was kind of on the fence. And what I went with is I was able to find a lot of shit online about the Steelers fan base being super cocky. I've heard they're pretty good as far as they like, they're good to like the traveling fans and stuff like that. But it's just their mindset. I've known one Steelers fan, and he was in my league a few seasons ago. I think his name was Jaime. I haven't seen him in a few years, but he was a hardcore Steelers fan, and he was fucking delusional, man. Like, just Super Bowl. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. I was like, okay, well, let's figure out how to run the ball first, and we'll go from there. But I've not had any personal experience with a ton of bad Steelers fans, but from the research we've done, it seems like they've earned number 5.
Yeah.
So, and when you come to the rest, like, if I lived in Florida, I would probably think some teams around there were annoying or obnoxious because I'm used to it. We're trying to be objective and just figure out what, as a whole, the top 5. So 5 for me is probably the least obnoxious, and rightfully so. So moving on to number 4, the Philadelphia Eagles. So, man, I can tell you a story about my wife, your sister. She's with her grandpa, and they go to Philadelphia, right? I think she's like 7 or 6. So it's her grandpa.
I think she was a little older. I think that's when they did like the Disney World trip. I think they traveled on.
Oh, was she older than that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So either way, she was a kid. So she's walking with her grandpa in Philadelphia, and her grandpa, they're from Texas. So he's just wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat in Philadelphia. And
they're rivals.
She doesn't watch football, but when she's telling me this story, like, I could see the fear in her eyes. Like, she was terrifying to her. She said this crazy guy came up and started just fucking cussing at him. And just like, fuck you, motherfuckers, Eagles, and like just saying Eagles and shit. And she didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Of course, Grandpa's like, are you kidding me? You're going to come to me in public with my fucking granddaughter and do this shit? That's just a little example of how crazy Eagles fans are. A lot of people will argue that they probably need to be higher on this list. They're fucking crazy, man. Like, Eagles, like, if you ever watched them, watch a game with the Eagles where the quarterback's not playing well, because they will boo your ass off the field.
Have you seen Invincible?
Dude, it's so real.
It's when it was Mark Wahlberg is an Eagles fan, and then what's the girl's name? The girl actor, she's a Giants fan.
Elizabeth
Banks.
Yeah.
And they're just talking shit to each other. I can only imagine how worse it is, like, especially for a rival team like the Cowboys. They probably like fights and stuff.
They're just known for being tough-nosed crowd. They don't give a shit. Like, a lot of people give the hometown discount. Like, if you're a fan of the Chiefs, man, the Chiefs are having a bad game, you're going to get, hey, boys, let's go. We got this. If the Eagles are doing bad, they're, fuck you, get off the field. It's rough, man. I think as a whole, it's a good fan base. They're very passionate, but it's ride or die, man. It's like either you're helping us win or you're helping us lose. So you got to have some thick skin to be an Eagles fan. Moving on to number 3, the Patriots. Probably the most hated team, I would say, right now.
Yeah, because they keep winning.
It's just it's because they're winning. That's it.
That's pretty much why.
20 years from now, we're going to look back and we're not going to remember a lot of the hate because
they're one of the greatest teams of all time.
Exactly. Like, That's what we're going to talk about. Bill Belichick. We're going to talk about Tom Brady. We're going to talk about how good this team actually fucking was. Right now, you get a lot of the haters because they just can't stop fucking winning. Plain and simple. I get sick of watching the Patriots win. I mean, I was rooting for the Rams last year. I like the Rams anyways.
Yeah.
I think everybody was. But that's mainly the reason. I've met a few Patriots fans, and to be totally honest, they were fucking bandwagon fans. You could tell. I was like, "Oh, do you live in New England at one point?" "Oh, no, I grew up in Texas." And I'm like, "Okay, so you just always been a bandwagon fan?"
It's annoying because I remember a couple years ago, or when the LA Kings last won their Stanley Cup, our brother Josh, he works at Vans, and someone comes in with a Kings jersey, and he's like, "Oh, are you happy they won?" Like, and the guy had no idea
No clue
who his player was on his jersey. Had no idea they won. He's like, "Oh, I just bought it." Like,
dude, that's how it fucking goes, man. I think the Patriots get a lot of them like that. I think I've probably met about 5 people that are Patriots fans since I've been out here. That I'm just like, that's okay. How did you become a Patriots fan? Like, did you live out there? Do you got family, or are your family from there? You know, most people have some kind of tie to that, and you know right away when they're like, no, I just like them.
I think most people they start off as a bandwagon fan, but because me, I'm a Packers fan, but I've been a Packers fan since I was like 4. I have pictures of it.
Yeah, but the Packers haven't been like winning real big recently to where you would just hop on.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. It's hard for me to see somebody that's into the Patriots and not think, oh yeah, you fucking bandwagon fan.
And you don't only have a team because in Oklahoma there's no football team near you, really.
No, I followed
the Chiefs or the Texans or Cowboys. That's really it in your area.
That was my connection to the Rams. So I always liked. I don't really have a team.
Yeah,
St. Louis Rams. So I always followed the Rams. I wasn't huge into them because I'm fantasy football, man. You got to be fucking objective. So I kind of distanced myself from my favorite team. But I always had an affinity for the Chargers, no matter where I was at. For some reason, I always liked the Chargers. So when I moved out here to California, and then shortly after the Rams followed, I'm like, fuck. And then the fucking Chargers are coming to LA. I'm like, shit, what are the odds of this, man? Because that happened to me once before.
Yeah.
With the Oklahoma City Thunder. I grew up in nowhere, Oklahoma, for those of you who don't know.
BFE, Bumfuck Egypt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's all underwater right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Waterworld.
Waterworld 2.0.
But I was obsessed with the Seattle Supersonics. Did I say Superhawks?
Like Hornets or some shit?
Super Hornets. Getting a little bit buzzed. Sorry, guys. But no, I was obsessed with the Supersonics. Sean Kemp is still to this day, besides the jersey you bought me for the Kings jersey you bought me.
Did I buy you? Is it
a couple years ago?
I forgot who's on it.
It was.
Is it Kopitar?
Yeah, it's Kopitar. Besides
is it
that
a gray
one,
or it's a black one,
no,
right?
It's a black one. Yeah, just to put on a little bit of weight, so it's kind of hard to fit.
That's right. It's the kids. It's for the kids.
It probably was fucking little sizes, but no, that's the only jersey I've ever bought for myself and owned is the Sean Kemp, and I still have it from fourth grade.
I need to get you a Oklahoma Thunder, Oklahoma City jersey.
I would like to get a Paul George.
Paul George or Westbrook?
I don't know. Like I'm kind of like.
I'm gonna get the Ferguson jersey because the guy named Ferguson.
Yeah. What's his name?
He's pretty good. So
he is good. He was a starter this season.
Imagine off track of football. Imagine if they still had Harden, Westbrook, and
exactly,
Grant.
dude.
They could have ran.
Dude, I have this conversation every time I tell someone I'm a Thunder fan out here. They're like, "Man, you guys had Harden, KD, and Westbrook. What the fuck?" And you can't argue it. We had some of the best players in the league on the same team.
No,
we couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
It's crazy.
And that's been my worry is that Westbrook, Paul George, and them finally move on, and their careers come to an end. Who's next? Because if we become that team like Sacramento Kings or like the team from the Indiana Pacers, nobody wants to move to Oklahoma. It's not a pretty state. It's a pretty state, but it's not a fun place to live. So if we don't have a reason for you to come there, nobody's fucking going there, man.
Yeah.
So I'm worried we're going to get stuck into a trap like that. And it's fucking hard to listen to because we had so much talent. We've had the chance to win the title now like fucking 5 times. Gave up KD and I mean shit.
When I went to Oklahoma, I don't remember because I drove through Oklahoma City, but is there like a big like downtown area in Oklahoma? Because I don't really remember.
What you saw was mostly the outlying of Oklahoma City, and then you drove straight west into the plains.
I drove north, and I drove west on whatever highway it is.
So you drove it's all the flatlands, man.
Yeah.
That's the prairie side of the state.
Was
that's
flat,
fucking
like
boring, dude. Oh yeah, there's like all my friends on Facebook from Oklahoma, like always post pictures of like pretty countrysides with like these tiny little mountains because that's huge to them.
Coming to Fontana, there's like mountains
Like,
everywhere.
oh my god, look at these mountains. I'm like, man. But no, I love Westbrook, but I'm starting to wonder, to be honest. Is he the problem?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the
so?
team around him.
I think the coach should go, Billy. I think Billy needs a new job.
Donovan, right?
Yeah. But that sounds like they're going to keep him. But either way, sorry to get off track.
Yeah, sorry to get sidetracked.
We got to go back to number 2. So number 3 was the Patriots. Yep, everybody hates them because they're winning. Number 2, these motherfuckers earned it because they're scary. Anybody that's goes to one of these games as an away team, good luck. Number 2 is the Oakland Raiders, soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, do I have to explain why?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I had a buddy I went to college with that's from Oakland, and he would tell me, he was like, bro, they would have trash cans on fire in the parking lot like they were all homeless, and it was just a fucking riot. He said their job was to scare the other team's fans.
Yep.
Like, scare them.
Is it the Black Sea or
The Black Hole.
Black Hole? There you go.
Yeah, man. So he said the stadium's falling apart. It's fucked up. It's all rough.
It was not bad inside. It was baseball, but it's just old cement. But Oakland's ghetto.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, dude. Everything's tagged.
Yeah.
Everything's tagged. But them as a whole, what I have fun with out here in California is there's a lot of diehard Raiders fans, and I respect them, but I give them a lot of shit because they just haven't been that good. I think they're going to be good pretty soon. I'd like to think, now that I'm seeing the kind of big
Gruden
picture.
could be old Gruden and win them a Super Bowl. It'd be badass if he could just be unstoppable.
Well, he's able to get a lot of talent. He's got some roughnecks on his team, though, man.
Like Josh was saying, let's figure out in NFL. Let's make a team of people who either been arrested or are going to be arrested.
AKA the Raiders.
Yep, the whole entire team.
But I give a lot of shit to the dudes. I had some guys who worked with me, and they're just so easy to give shit to. But to be totally honest, like most of the people I see on the street, like with Raiders stickers on their cars, I ain't fucking with them.
Yeah,
you don't know, man. Straight up. My wife, because I drive that Cajon Pass every day, and I see a lot of Raider stickers, and I'm one of the dudes that does like 90 on that motherfucker every day, flying up the hill, and people will get in front of me, and I'll be like, and then I'll remember, I'm like, motherfucker, he's a Raiders fan. He might have a gun. I don't know, dude. They're rough. They're tough people, but they're a good fan base. They hang in there. They have not given up. You know, they've been in with them the whole time, and at least you don't see a bunch of bandwagon people with them.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when we first heard the Rams and shit were all coming out here, I thought all the Raiders guys would flip. I really did, especially with how much better the Rams were doing. And no, they stuck with it. Raiders, man, ride or die.
Well, Raiders and Rams were out here together at one point.
Yeah, a lot of people were bitter about the Rams though, so I was thinking it was going to be tough for them to switch, but I thought because of how much better the organization was in than the Raiders at the time, because they didn't have Gruden at the time, I thought they would jump ship, but they didn't. They stayed loyal, so kudos, man. Respect for that. So, but still, number 2, worst fan base in the league. It leads us to our number 1.
Can you guys guess who it is?
Oh, my God. I can't wait to unload on this motherfucking team. This is like... What's his name from the Giants? Daniel
Jones?
Daniel Jones, phase 2. So number 1, America's team, Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God, I fucking hate you guys so bad. So Miguel's going to listen to this. Chris is going to listen to this. All the dudes in my league. Troy's a fucking Cowboys fan, man. Even Friendly, I think. Friendly's a Cowboys fan too. Sorry guys, you're fucking delusional. You guys are fucking crazy, man. Every year, you think you're going to win the fucking Super Bowl. Every year, you're going to make the playoffs. And your head coach is a ginger, man.
Fuck, can't touch the ginger.
Fuck, dude. Like, I don't understand it. Like, they literally decimated their wide receiving core last year. And had nobody. Nobody. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Did something pop?
I don't know. But... they had no wide receiving core, and I have the Dallas Cowboys fans saying, yep, we might have the best offense in the league. No lie.
Like with
dude.
who?
No, I was like, tell me who. Zeke?
That's it?
I was like, you have a fantastic running back. That's great. Well, our your offensive line's starting to break down. And their wide receivers are shit. Dak is a decent quarterback, but he's proven that he can't really do it when he gets in a pinch. Big time. They can't seem to nail down a tight end. But that's why Jason Witten's coming back. But, I mean, all in all, it's because the fan base is so delusional. When I moved out here, I really expected to see nothing but Raiders and 49ers shit all over.
There's a lot of Cowboys fans out here.
It is Cowboys shit everywhere. And that drives me nuts because I was from Oklahoma. I already hate Texas as it is. So when I move out here to fucking California and see nothing but Dallas Cowboys shit, I was pissed, man. I was like, what the fuck is with and a lot of them are like the gangbanger dudes. They like are hardcore into the Dallas Cowboys.
Is this because of Star maybe? I don't know.
That's what some dude told me. It was like, it has to do with gang symbols. So now I'm afraid of the Cowboys fans too. So I'm just this big pussy who just doesn't want to fucking get stabbed. Please don't stab me. But yeah, your fan base is the worst in the NFL. Absolutely. Sorry, guys.
It would be like the nicest fan base.
Nice.
If only had a Canadian team.
Canadian team. Yeah. The Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know. Nicest fan base.
Or Arizona Cardinals.
Maybe.
So I went to a Packers game. There was more Packers fans.
I can tell you, I've been to. Well, I didn't go to a Chiefs game. I went to the Chiefs Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium, for a Big 12 championship one year, and there was a ton of Chiefs fans, and they were super great. They were nice, dude. They were letting us eat tailgate. We didn't have shit. We showed. They was so welcoming.
You walk by, hey, you want some food? Come over here.
Yeah. Straight up, it was great.
I did the Vikings being nice.
I can see that.
Minnesota's a nice city.
That would probably be my bet. It would be Minnesota. I would bet that's a great place to go watch football.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you ever watched How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Marshall off there, dude. That's what I think of when I think of a Vikings fan.
I think of is it 50 First Dates? Go Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
It's the guy Rudy. That's the guy.
It is. It's Sean Astin.
Yeah. Huh.
What are the odds? No, I think that'd be my bet too. Is the Vikings?
Vikings. Yeah.
That's a good pick, man. All right, so that concludes our top 5 worst NFL fan bases. Steelers at number 5, Eagles at number 4, Patriots at number 3, Raiders at number 2, and the dumpster fire Cowboys at number 1. Please fire Jason Garrett. Bye.
Do you think it's Jason Garrett? I think it's more just the owner.
I think it's Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, yeah. I think
all day, man. I think Jerry's delusional. I think Jerry's a puppet master, and he's got to be in control. And I don't think Jason Garrett's a truly bad coach, but I don't think he's going to get you to the Super Bowl.
It's not going to be any better when you have someone like above you just not good either. So
No, and he's got too much control. He has way too much control of that team. I mean, you need to see. He needs to just hand it over and say, "Hey, let's see what you can do," because he's had his hand in the cookie jar too long, and it's just not helping. But let's keep it moving. So we talked about our top 5 best football movies of all time last week, and did you see your dad was not happy with that?
With
what? He posted on our page about Any Given Sunday.
I forgot about that. Jamie Foxx and Al Pacino.
Yeah, he was not happy that it wasn't on. He was like, I was listening to the podcast earlier. Any Given Sunday. And I was like, sorry, Tom.
And we were going to watch Rudy today, but we didn't have time.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make his ass watch Rudy because
I know it's a great movie. I just didn't grow up on it, like I said last week. So
I think if you watch it as an adult now, you'll be like, damn.
If I watch it, it's good. I'll probably replace Jerry Maguire. That's what I'm thinking. Or replacements.
It's a good film, but
there's better out there, yeah.
But we're going to talk this week about the top 5 TV shows because there's a lot of good ones out there. And I'll start with mine. So in the top 3, they're really fucking good. So after the top 3, it starts to get a little bit watered down. But still good stuff. So number 5 for me, my brother turned me on to this TV show 7 years ago. It's been out for a while, and it looked ridiculous to me. I never would have gave it a shot. But it's Blue Mountain State.
Fucking love that show.
I know. I didn't even watch all of it. I think I got through 2 seasons.
I think there's only 3 seasons.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
There's a movie too. So.
Super funny, raunchy. I
think there's 2 seasons in a movie. So
you're not missing out. Either way, super good. It looked super cheesy, but it turned out really well. They did good with it. It was a fucking hilarious show. Number 4 for me, QB1. I don't think you've seen this yet.
Haven't seen it yet.
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix special. They did themselves. They follow the top. They pick like 3 or 4 QBs in high school that are really high prospects, some of the best in the nation, and they follow them through their senior high school year. Just what it's like, knowing they're committed to these big schools, how their play is going on, what they're getting ready for. It's like that big next step. The first season was phenomenal with Tate Martell. He was my favorite guy for number 1. And I think Fromm was on there too. Jake Fromm from Georgia, which you should watch because Fromm's probably going to be a first-round draft pick next year.
Is he pretty good?
He'll be the number 1 quarterback. Yeah, number 1 quarterback. Absolutely.
So who needs a quarterback for next season, you think?
There's a lot of teams, man. But who's going to have the worst record?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, but who would really... I could see if...
Giants.
If no one's... Well, if Daniel Jones...
They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to admit that Daniel Jones was a bust that early.
I really can't. I don't know.
There's a lot of them, but I mean, who's going to really be down there?
Maybe the Patriots. You just start preparing for Brady's retirement and start rebuilding.
It's possible, but they're still going to do well next season. They're going to be in the they're going to get like the 30th pick.
Yeah.
You got to find somebody that's going to be... Fromm probably won't fall outside of the top 10.
No, I got to go to someone.
So reason is if you watch the TV show, the kid is a spectacle when it comes to character. So he is got his head on straight. He doesn't really party. He knows exactly what he's doing, where he's at. Like, seriously, great leadership. Fucking amazing leadership skills. So when the teams do his interviews, they're going to be all over him. Cool. I promise you. I would be shocked if somebody went up over him. Don't know where he'd go, but fuck, he's going to be up there. But anyways, QB1 follows these guys in their senior season. It's really cool. Season 2, they followed Justin Fields, we talked about last time. Yeah, and they followed him as he committed to Georgia. And then
he's at Ohio State now.
Yeah, because of Jake Fromm.
Is he pretty good, though?
Justin Fields? Absolutely. Yeah. Super good.
You going to be a top quarterback, too, this draft? Or is he going to wait?
He won't go.
No?
No, because he didn't even play Ohio State last year.
No, but has he played at Georgia or no?
No, he played behind Fromm, Jake Fromm.
So he doesn't start. So he might wait a couple years, 2 years to get drafted.
Yeah, the whole reason he transferred is because of Jake Fromm. He wasn't going to get a starting.
So I say for him to wait till 2 years from now. That way, Fromm already got drafted, and then you could get a higher pick again.
Yeah, he needs to give it some time.
Yeah.
But fantastic TV show, guys. If you haven't seen it or if you like Last Chance U, you'll fucking love this one. Number 3 for me, Hard Knocks, man. Classic. I love the Jets when it came out a few seasons ago.
The Browns was last year, right?
Yeah, I think it was
or 2 years ago. Who was last year? They haven't won last year. Raiders? No.
Shit, who was last year?
Chargers, Rams.
Was it the Chiefs?
I remember. I don't know who it was.
I don't know. I don't have HBO, so I watch it like afterhand anyways.
I did it on YouTube for a little while.
But it's a fantastic TV show. It kind of started all this stuff, to be totally honest. Yeah. It was kind of the purveyor of this kind of reality TV football series. So kudos to Hard Knocks. Still good material. Keeps coming out. Number 2, I know you love.
I love
The League. The League is a ridiculous fucking TV series. Nick Kroll, baby. That's my guy.
Sucks that it ended.
Nick Kroll, man.
All of them are good. Steve Renzinzi, Taco. Amazing.
If you haven't watched it, it's a TV show that's about these like 6 friends, and they have a fantasy football league that they take way too seriously, and they play each year, and it kind of follows the antics around it, the winners, the losers, the bets, and all that kind of shit.
It's like real life, though. It's like...
It is, yeah.
And I think that show inspired a lot of people to play fantasy football.
I would guarantee it did, because a lot of the stuff that you hear, like these, hey, last place has the
punishment.
Yeah, that's coming. A lot of that shit comes from that show. So... It's super funny. It's pretty raunchy, and if you play fantasy football at all, you'll be into it.
I think I'm gonna watch it again.
That's what I was kind of thinking too. I was like, man, I kind of need to brush up on it because I never finished it.
It's good.
I only watched like the first 4 seasons. But that leads me to number 1, my favorite, which you probably heard last week if you listened. Last Chance U. Fucking love it. I'll never forget the first time I put the TV show on. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Watched like 8 episodes in a row.
That one night.
Just binge watched the shit out of it. I was like, this is amazing. They start out in Scuba, Mississippi. Follow this little college that takes these kind of rejects that need problem with their grades and things like that, and turns them back into D1 athletes, get them back up to that level. Because these athletes are big time. So one of the guys, Dakota Allen, just got drafted by the Rams.
Really?
So the guy that was on season 2, yeah.
That's cool.
And Ronald Ollie just got drafted by the Raiders. So they've had multiple guys sign.
That's cool.
So it's not just it's not all talk. It's a good fucking show. Season 3 went to Independence, Kansas, which is 20 minutes from where I grew up. I loved watching Coach Brown. He was a fucking character, man. But unfortunately, we know how they're shooting a second season of him, but he just got fired. He's the one that got fired because he had a player from Germany playing.
He said a Nazi comment.
He said, "I'm your Hitler." He said, "Yeah, I'm your Hitler," and yeah, that got him fired. So.
But he said the kid was recording, so the kid must. You kind of think that he was trying to get him fired. Like, why would you be recording?
Well, to be honest, if I'm a kid in college and I'm pissed off at my coach because this guy, how rough he talked to you and how raw he was, all you had to do is record one sentence of him talking. He cusses like a fucking animal.
He's from Compton, so.
Yeah, he is. White guy from Compton. But
he was arrested. He was in jail for a couple of years, huh?
Mm-hmm. He said he did a little stint, I think. But he's got a daughter. I can't imagine he goes without a job too long. He's really good at what he does.
Someone will find him, either like another college or something.
Something inner city wise. He connects, man.
He helps the kids. Maybe he comes back out to LA somewhere. I don't know.
I would think so because they respect him. They really do, man. When they get some guys that come from a rough background, he gets through to them. When I first watched it, I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, this guy's a fucking moron. What's he doing? But something I didn't understand was these kids that come from Compton, because I didn't grow up like that. So they need that kind of authenticity to connect with. They don't trust some fucking white dude from the Midwest. They need to know that, yeah, you grew up like I did. So after watching it, I kind of understood it. And I was like, okay, you respect the guy. It does things a little differently. But either way, fantastic fucking TV show. Zach, what's your 5?
So number 5, I got Hard Knocks. Number 4, I got Last Chance U. Number 3, Sean, I don't know why you don't have this on your list.
I started watching this show when I was in college because somebody told me how good it was. I think
it's such a great show.
It's just too dramatic.
I think who the so number 3 I have is Friday Night Lights, the TV show.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
I've heard so much about it, and I've only watched like probably 6 episodes, but it's so dramatic.
Well, because once you get to the later ones, whatchamacallit comes, Michael B. Jordan comes in to the show.
Okay.
Because the head coach, he goes to another
school.
He's done all his time at the school. He tries to rebuild another school. They end up winning, but yeah. Then you see in the very beginning, the quarterback gets paralyzed and all that shit. Yeah.
I mean, it seemed okay. It just wasn't. I like reality shows for some reason.
Yeah, what, Texas Forever? Yeah. But it's really good, though. You should watch it more.
It's got great reviews, man. Can't argue with you there. I don't
have to watch that again. That's such a good. I think I binge watching like.
How many seasons are there?
6, 7. It's quite a bit of seasons.
Shit.
Let me see on here. 5. I think 5 seasons. Yeah, but you should watch it.
I'll check it out. Is it still on Netflix?
I think so. They have such a lot of good people. Like nowadays, they have a lot of good like actors on there now.
That's what I've heard. I'll check it out, man. But all right, that's your number 3.
Number 3.
What's your number 2?
Number 2, The League.
Of course.
Number 1, Blue fucking Mountain State, baby.
I knew this was gonna happen when I heard your number 1 from the movies, Varsity Blues. I was like, I bet his number 1's gonna be Blue Mountain State.
I fucking love this show. Fucking Alex Moran. Got Thad, who loves mojitos. Such a good show.
All right, top 5 is out of the way. It's time for a little segment we like to call Guess That Guy. And I'm going to load up a whiskey shot. Would you like one?
I'm good. Oh. You like the whiskey, though?
I do. It's good, man. It's very warming.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pour in my... let's see if I can get this next to the mic.
Gloop.
This is my Nashville Zoo shot glass. No, that's not me peeing in a cup.
He is. From South Park. Mom, bathroom. Bathroom, ma. He shits all over.
Dude, to segue a little bit, South Park is the fucking best. I don't care what you say. There is no fucking funnier show. The best clip I've ever seen when Randy, the dad, is on Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
He says the hard R. The hard R. And everyone's like, what'd you just say?
He just said, "What?" I can't remember what the Pat Sajak character said. He was something like, "This person always complains," and blah, blah, blah.
It's supposed to be a nagger, right?
And it showed the letters N blank GGER. And he was like, "Oh my God, do you want me to say this?" And he was looking around. He was like, "Somebody that complains about everything." Of course, he said the N-bomb.
Everyone's like,
and they're like, "No, Randy, it's Nagger." Dude, they're fucking geniuses. I don't care.
Speaking of South Park, so Bert Kreischer, you can take a shot.
I'm taking it.
Bert Kreischer was on Kevin and Bean, the radio show.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he likes South Park and everything. And just so happens, he had one of the creators of South Park next to him, and he had no idea who he was.
Oh, which one? Matt or Trey?
It was Matt.
He had no idea?
Yeah. This is crazy.
I love Bert, man. I listen to his shit every week. Him and Joe, and then Tom Segura.
I'm really a fan of Tom. I like Tom Segura just because he has a beef with Theo Vaughn. So you heard the whole Theo gate, right?
What's going on with that?
Years ago, supposedly Theo hooked up with Christina while they were married. So there's videos of him they're holding hands together. So. And shit. Tom always talks shit about we should build a wall around Louisiana and all this shit.
Oh, but I didn't know that. Oh, that makes so much fucking sense.
Oh, Louisiana is such a shit state, and Theo's from Louisiana. So.
I agree with him. I fucking can't stand the Cajun accent, man. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I've
never heard anyone has a Cajun accent.
So let me tell you a story. Me and my brother's a little bit of a gambler.
Right, because you go to
Biloxi and Tunica. Yep. So they sent us free trips to Biloxi and Tunica. It was shortly after Embry was born.
Are they both on the beach?
Biloxi is. Tunica is not. Tunica is in a gas station in the middle of a fucking Mississippi nowhere. Yeah. It's a big parking lot with 3 casinos. Skip out on Tunica, guys. But Biloxi, they sent us a free night, flew us down there.
They flew you guys out there?
Yeah, both times, man.
Out of where? Oklahoma City?
Northwest Arkansas. By Bentonville.
Oh, yeah, you had to drive to...
We would drive there.
How long was the drive there?
It was like an hour. We'd always
drive
to
Arkansas.
Yep.
Left your car, flew out free. Yep.
Oh, it was all free.
So you got a free flight, free hotel. Yeah. You probably got cash to gamble.
Free play. Mm-hmm.
You probably got food too.
A little bit because he's able to go. There's these rooms when he's on certain like platinum level or pearl or something that they have these rooms where it's free food and drinks all day. It's a bar and there's a fucking like buffet and the food and drink are all free. You can tip whoever you'd like. You can go once a day and you can bring one person with you. And he would bring me to those rooms and we'd sit and just drink and eat and you would just pay tips. So because of the level he was at. But besides that, the rest was free. They flew us down to Biloxi. We stayed at the place called the Beau Rivage. It was beautiful. It was brand new. Biloxi's still a little bit rough when we went down there because from Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. You could tell a lot of stuff was still fucked up. But the hotel was beautiful, dude. Right there on the water. Like you go out the back door and there's the ocean. Like it was right there. We had such fun down there, but I remember me and him were wandering around one of our first days there. We were just hitting casinos left and right, and we get on this bus that takes us back to the Beau Rivage, and it's full of locals, and we're just listening to these guys. I can't even recreate the accent, man. It is so bad. It's so bad. You can't understand. You ever watch Swamp People?
No.
You need to watch Swamp People.
You can't really understand him, right?
That's exactly. Yeah. Like, so my brother's an OU fan, Oklahoma University, and I'm OSU. So he's wearing an OU shirt. And a guy 2 seats ahead of us turns around and says, "Hey, man, you OU fan?" I was like, "Bless you, what?" He's like, "No. Hey, man, you know you fan?" And he was like, yeah, I'm an OU fan. And they had a conversation for like 3 minutes, and I don't know what the fuck this guy said. Like Scott kept looking at
back
me,
at you like,
and I was like, bro, I don't know what he's saying, man. I don't know if he's cussing you out, if he's offering you take you out for a drink. I don't know.
It's like the special teams coach from Waterboy.
Yeah, it's what it is. Dude, I'm not lying. That is Cajun.
Louisiana, yeah. That's what.
I love the food. I don't like the accent, guys. Okay. I can't do it. It's too much. But besides that, the trip was fantastic. It was so much fun. But I completely agree with Tom Segura. Like, they're fucking crazy down there, man. They're fucking crazy.
That hurricane get to their brain or what?
It was something before
bad water.
It's nothing new. But All right, guys, let's move forward. Let's keep moving. All right, get your phone, Zach. It's time for Guess That Guy.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
All right, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, so last week I beat Zach, and I think I got on my third hint.
I got my last hint. So
Okay, let me pull mine up so we can get ready. All right, so did you use the same questions that I was telling you about?
yeah,
Okay, so the questions are, hint number 1 is how many touchdowns they scored in the previous season. 2 is the stat that's specific to this player's position. 3 is which conference he played in college. Number 4 is how many seasons he's been in the NFL. And number 5 is a hint at the colors he wears. So it gets easier as you go along, meaning to try to help you guess it. So, all right, let's do it. Let's see if you got it. I want to get this one. I got the last one in 3, so go ahead.
Oops.
Oops.
Okay, so for you, Sean. Number 1. He scored 5 touchdowns last year.
God, we better not choose the same dude.
I'm going to laugh.
5 touchdowns.
If we do the, we'll have to look real quick and see if we'll pick someone else.
I'm going to say Tevin Coleman.
No.
Okay.
Question number 2. In 2014, he had 1,619 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns.
You said it in 2018?
2014.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, it's 14.
Oh.
He had a big season in 2014.
He had, what was the stats again?
So 1,619 receiving yards with 11 touchdowns.
2014. God damn.
Yeah, that's 5 years ago.
Demarius Thomas.
Fucking.
Is that it?
Yeah. You fuck stick.
Oh, that was totally off the hip, bro. That was totally off the hip.
Ronnie said to him, I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I almost was about to guess Golden Tate, but I was like, he was not that good early in his career. I was like, who's been in the league long enough? Because my original guy I was going to go after was going to be Larry Fitzgerald, but I was like, dude, as soon as I say how many years he's been in the league, you're going to get it.
I should have done his last year's stats.
Yeah, that one kind of gave it away. So I got it in 2.
So I was going to go. The next question be he played in the ACC because Georgia Tech.
Okay, yeah.
The 10th NFL season he's on, and then I was hoping you got to the 5th one because this would have tripped you up. His team colors matches Domino's Pizza, so it's red and blue. What do you think? Is it the Texans?
Oh,
is it the Bills? Is it the Patriots?
That's good.
He's on the that's trying to kind of like trip you up a little bit.
So it sucks that I got lucky.
Damn. Hey, you beat your last week, so you got 3 last week. You got 2 this week.
this week. All right, let's see if you can do this.
I need to
bro.
get a 4 to beat my last week.
This is a tough one. I'll be honest. Even at the end of it, I was like, shit, this is gonna be hard. All right, so the first one's how many touchdowns this player scored previous season, and that is 5. So you have a guess each hint. So guess if you'd like.
I'm going to go with Jared Cook.
Incorrect.
Okay.
The number 2 hint is give me a stat that's specific to this player's position. This wide receiver had 15.2 yards per reception last season.
Jeez. That's a lot, but he could.
That is.
But you don't know. He could only get like so many yards. Yeah,
exactly.
So he's good on the ball. Long ball. Who's good on the long ball? I'm going to go with this Kenny Stills, maybe.
Nope.
I was hoping like your eyes lit up like, we got it.
All right, 3rd hint. Which conference he played in college? That would be the Mid-American Conference, which doesn't help you at all.
The only person I know from that league, that team, is it like Mid-Tennessee is the only team I know from that division.
Tulsa, Houston.
Oh, what's the team with the Dragons?
UAB?
Yeah, UAB, are they in it?
They might be. I think they might be in it, yeah.
Tulsa's in it. Tulsa's the Blue Wave?
That's the Golden
Wave?
Golden Wave, something like that. Tulsa Gold.
The Blue Waves.
It's Golden something.
Hurricanes.
Golden Hurricanes.
Okay.
Which doesn't make sense because we get tornadoes in fucking Oklahoma.
I cannot tell you who's in the Mid-American, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I was like, by this point, I was like, fuck, dude, I'd be pissed if this is what you're giving me. You can skip if you'd like.
I'm just going to throw out some random person. I can't even think of anyone from Tulsa that was good. Can you name anyone from Tulsa that's good?
Not since...
That's been drafted from Tulsa?
No, I can't. It's been a while.
I have no. I'll just pass. I have no idea.
Okay, so number 4. How many seasons he's been in the NFL?
You're gonna be 1.
2.
Oh man, the wide receiver.
I told you, number 5 will give it probably away. But this is a fucking tough one, guys.
Stephon Diggs.
Nope.
I was thinking Adam Thielen, but he's from Minnesota.
That's a good pick, though. It's a good pick. All right, number 5 hint. Hint at the colors the player wears on his NFL team. So this guy's colors are pretty unique to this specific team. So I wanted to give a little bit extra hint because, frankly, this is a tough one. So 5, the colors he plays or uses on his team are Motor City Silver. It's one of the colors. So that should give it away where he's playing.
So it's Detroit then, right? The Lions.
Okay, so you got that.
But do I know any Lions wide receivers?
I mean, come on, man.
I only know one person on the team. That's a wide receiver.
Who?
Is it Kenny Galladay? That's the only person I know.
Is that your guess?
That's the only person I know.
Tell me if that's your guess.
It's just wide receiver. I'm going to say Kenny Galladay. That's the only person I know.
Ding, ding, ding. Got it.
Yeah.
It's a tough fucking one, man. So I didn't know he played at, I can't even remember the school.
I'm saying I'm like mid-Tennessee or something he probably played
Let's
for.
look it
Some
up.
random-ass team.
I thought I had it pulled up.
It's funny because it's the only wide receiver I know on that team.
What
And
about
he's supposed to have a
Marvin
good-
Jones?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's from Etowanda. I haven't known.
He was?
Yeah, he went to Etowanda.
I didn't
He's
know
Rancho.
that. Shit, dude. I had
He
no idea.
went to Northern Illinois.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, NIU. The Huskies, if I remember right.
Yep.
All
I'm
right,
glad, I'm glad I
win.
got that, though.
Yeah, you got it, and that was a tough one, man. At least you got it.
Wait for now. I'm going to fuck you over next week. That's for sure.
So we can stick to starters, though, right? People that are starting.
Yeah, okay. So this week I was going to screw Sean over with A.G. McCarron, a backup for the Texans. I don't think you knew he's on the Texans right now.
No, I don't.
So I was going to screw you over, but we'll just do starters.
Okay, as long as they're in a starting role, let's keep it that. But all right, let's move on, guys.
I think after a while, if we get through all the stars, maybe we'll just do like legends or veteran, like legends.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
Kind
we
of cool
could,
to like
once we get through
Troy
the league.
Aikman, Brett Favre, kind of throw those people in this. That'd be kind of cool.
I like that. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to a segment you might know.
It's time for bold and boozy predictions.
All right, guys. So yeah, welcome back, Bold and Boozy Predictions. I think we went 2 weeks without it because, frankly,
One we were super drunk.
yeah,
And then last week, I think we kind of went over on time.
yeah. So we're good on time right now. We're about to finish up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start you off with some of my Bold and Boozy predictions. So from the hip, I'll tell you right now, I think Hunter Henry will be in that top tier of tight ends. So we all talk about each week about these tight ends. There's like 3. There's Travis Kelce, there's Zach Ertz,
And then George Kittle.
yeah, and George Kittle. I think Hunter Henry next year with his targets and stuff. I looked at his statistics. Dude is unfucking real when he was healthy, and he was a rookie.
I could totally agree.
I think he's going to
Stays
be
healthy, 100%.
I don't think he's going to have a ton of touchdowns because they've got so many weapons
Yeah.
in the red zone once Phil gets down there because they can go to Melvin Gordon. They got Austin Eckler. They got Michael.
You have Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler,
What's his name? Michael.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. Michael.
You have
why can't I think of his fucking name?
what's the other wide
From
receiver?
Clemson. Michael, the big guy.
Michael
Fuck.
Jordan. No. But
Okay, that means I've got to Google it, which means what, Zach?
you can take a shot.
Pour me one up while I Google this.
What's the guy's name? One of the he has not Mike Williams. There's another Williams.
Mike Williams, that's him.
Okay, then you're good. Then I don't get. No, but
You're not gonna make me take it? Okay.
you're fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, Mike Williams. They lost Tyrell
Okay, yeah.
Williams, and they still have. God damn.
Don't even bring it up because you're gonna take a shot. Don't bring it up.
Yeah, they have other good receivers. Let's just stick with that.
Is
But yeah, go ahead.
what's his face still there? The other tight end,
Who are you talking about?
Antonio Gates. Is he still there?
Last I
Because he was
heard,
supposed to retire,
He was supposed to retire, but
and then he
Hunter
came
Henry
back
got
because
hurt, yeah.
and then
Last I heard, he was looking for a contract, and the Chargers weren't sure if they were going to sign him. I don't think what I think happens if they decide not to sign him, they will he will eventually retire. I think he's just holding
But
out.
he's been a
to see if
lifer
they
though
need
for
him.
the Chargers. So
Fucking Hall of Fame, dude.
he'll get his number. Will definitely get retired for the Chargers.
Definitely, absolutely, big player. But I think Hunter Henry gets the kind of targets that they're looking for, and he's going to be like heavy on the targets and receptions and yardage. Red zone would be great. I think he'll get a handful of touchdowns, but there's so many fucking weapons on that offense that it's just going to be hard to get it consistent.
Yeah, but he's got to look out for the draft because it's like him is one of the players I'm looking at. Evan Ingram's one of the players I'm looking at.
Yep.
Those are the two guys that, if healthy, they're gonna blow up.
Yep, I agree. My next bold and boozy prediction is that Mike Thomas will be the best fantasy wide receiver in 2019. This is why. 2018, 85% catch percentage.
That's crazy.
Think about that. 85% of the time when the ball is thrown to him, it is caught. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Now, when I looked at the list of catch percentage, he's number one as a wide receiver. Obviously, there's running backs and tight ends ahead of him. Why? Because they catch those dump off passes and little short passes. So the percentage is going to be higher. So when I looked at just top wide receivers, where wide receivers are in the top 20, Michael Thomas was by himself. So he was fourth on the list. Do you know the guy that was in the top 20 wide receivers that was next on the list?
I have no idea.
Was 39 spots down. 39 spots lower with a 73.9 percentage rate, and that was Adam Thielen.
That's still high, but
think about it.
so between them, there was no wide receiver between them two?
No.
It was all running backs and
There
tight
was a
ends?
couple, but it was like Kenny Stills or somebody that...
People who don't play a lot.
Yeah, exactly. They get like 4 passes a game and caught them all.
So it's like your percentage is high, but your average of catches, it's not like...
So I counted top 20 wide receivers because they're ones that get the most targets and actually get the most play. Michael Thomas caught 85% of his fucking passes. Thielen was the closest one to him with 73.9%. So think about it this way. So Breeze has been off a little bit of a drop off the last 5 seasons. He threw about 650 as far as passes, but the last 4 seasons he's been throwing under 500, around 500 and under. So if he can keep it close to 500, Michael Thomas will be the number 1 wide receiver next season.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm expecting. That's my bold and boozy.
So is that a guy you're thinking of drafting this year if he's in your...
Dude, I am all fucking in on Mike Thomas. I took a chance on him as a rookie because of an article I read from Sean Payton about... Sean Payton came out the year that Michael Thomas was a rookie and said, if I play fantasy football, I'd draft Michael Thomas. That'd be a smart move. So I did. And he turned into a wide receiver 2 his first fucking season. If I can get a hold of him, absolutely. It's probably Julio.
Saints? No, but who was he behind on the Saints as a wide receiver?
Well, when he came in, really nobody. Like, it was Ted Ginn. It was...
I don't think Ted Ginn was there. Ted Ginn was over at the Dolphins.
No. Oh, yeah, he was. Who was it? Well, they still had Jimmy... They have Jimmy Graham as first
Jimmy
year?
Graham was there.
There was somebody else.
Yeah, I can't really think
I think they had lost Ben Watson by that time.
I don't think Ben Watson wasn't even playing yet.
I don't know. But when he came in, they weren't expecting him to do what he did.
Yeah.
But going through his statistics and stuff, man, I think that's your number 1 receiver in 2019. Yeah. I think so, hands down. Unless Drew Brees has a huge drop-off, that's the only way it's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, man. It's your show.
So my bold and boozy. The first one is going to be Gerald McCoy will sign with the Carolina Panthers.
You think so?
Yeah.
So he just visited them, the Browns.
The Ravens.
Okay, so the Panthers out of all of them.
I think so.
That probably is the best defense out of all of those, to be honest.
And Luke Kuechly, dude, come on. Unstoppable.
Oh, shit. Think about that defense.
With they have other guys I can't think of, but they're going to be...
Let's still have Thomas Davis at linebacker too, right?
Yeah. For him, does he want to go to a team that has the best chance of winning, which is probably the Browns?
Probably.
Or he's going to a team who's proven has a really good defense, which is the Panthers. So we'll see.
Yeah, their success is going to hinge mostly on how well Cam's arm has healed.
Yeah.
Because we know he just looked fucking rough last year. And that's what it's going to hinge on.
Who's the backup, Derek Anderson still?
It's nobody important. Like, it's nobody that's going to win him a Super Bowl. But if they got Gerald McCoy, fuck, be ready. Their defense.
But I understand is, didn't the Buccaneers just draft him not too long ago?
Who?
Gerald McCoy?
No. He's been in the league for 10 years.
Okay,
man.
he's been in the league for a while.
9 seasons because they got drafted 2010.
Okay, and now I'm tripping out that he just got drafted and they just released him.
No, he's actually on. He's probably got a few seasons left and he's done.
But he's good though. Where they just
really good.
He doesn't fit their scheme anymore.
That's what I heard. Is that he didn't fit the scheme for the defense they had planned. So
he's so good though. Why don't you try to trade him for something like?
I don't know. That's where I would like to be in those meetings they have. Because I want to see what's the
there's
thought
something
process.
we don't see. I don't know
exactly. It's tough to trade a player that's that age because he's probably 29, 30.
Yeah.
It's tough to go after a guy like that. But Gerald McCoy is up there, man. One of the best. So, I don't know. You got one more for me?
Yeah. I think this is pretty likely. So, my thing is with Todd Gurley being hurt and his knees still not there, who knows? He's never going to play again. If he does play this year, I think he's going to get hurt early.
Oh.
And Darrell Henderson's going to step up and freaking explode.
So Darrell Henderson's the rookie they drafted, right? Oh, okay. So I got questions. So Todd Gurley is the starting running back. We know that. Second string is Malcolm Brown.
Malcolm Brown. You have he's from Tennessee. There's another guy there. There's 2 more guys there.
So why do you think Darrell Henderson goes straight to the top?
I don't know. I saw his college highlights and shit. This
Where
guy
did he play?
Memphis.
Oh, okay.
I know it's not really a good team, but the shitty conference. But I looked up his stats last season in college football. 1,909 rushing yards with 22 touchdowns.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I know it's what the USA conference.
But still, it's college, man.
I think he has a lot of potential.
Let's take a look. I got Darrell Henderson's highlights right here from 2018.
He cuts. He could break tackles. So yeah, well, I think I watched this highlight too. Maybe you'll watch the first couple of plays and stuff. But yeah, I expect high things from him.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of him at all. Immediately off the bat, he looks like Chris Ivory.
I was thinking, yeah,
he is built. He's thick.
Yeah.
He looks like Chris Ivory. Like he's
like
thick,
a skinny man. Eddie Lacy.
Fucking Eddie Pastry.
Pastry. Yeah, you could catch too. He just caught a big boom and then you should make that take at 1, 2.
So he's elusive. That's nice. That's good. God damn. Of course, they're playing Mercer at that time, but that's not a big feat. He seems good.
Didn't a quarterback get drafted from Memphis? Or no?
That was the last one was Paxton Lynch, to my knowledge.
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, and he's a tall piece of shit.
Is he still with who's he with right now? Did he get traded?
Denver cut him, I think, again.
Yeah.
He might not be playing with anybody, man. I don't think he panned out.
Look how he
is very elusive.
Yeah.
He also reminds me a little bit of LeGarrette Blount. Because he's kind of tall.
He's be like once he gets going, like you have no way to stop him. He went left. He went all the way to the right.
He had some big holes right there, though.
But I think he has really good vision. He could see the hole and just go for it.
Yeah, I agree there. That could be good, man.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a good possibility. I might try to get him as like a sleeper in late rounds.
Yeah, when you're playing season long, these are the guys that will win your league.
Like how Nick Chubb, you just.
Oh yeah, if Brandon would have held on to Nick Chubb last year, Brandon would have.
You drafted him last year.
Did I?
In my league, I think.
Oh, okay.
In my league or SoCal league, but you drafted him and you just dropped him.
That's a guy I need to call and apologize about because I didn't think much of Nick Chubb, but I went and watched his highlights the other day.
We thought the Browns would be shitty, like he's not going to get any opportunity. But
I didn't think he would. But like some of the catches he was catching and the run, like it shut me up, dude. Nick Chubb is for real, and he deserves to be a top 10 running back next season. This guy looks good. Light on his feet, very elusive, but he's got muscle mass. He's got some weight to him. That might be what the Rams need.
Yep.
He's not very patient with his runs. He goes straight to the line. Yep. So that's the one difference of Todd Gurley I see is Todd is patient.
Kind of waits, find a hole, and then go.
You kind of have to in the NFL, man. You got to kind of wait for those to open up. Oh, Middle Tennessee.
So that's the
It's Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Shout out. He looks good though, man. Darrell Henderson. Didn't know much about him. What round did he get drafted in? You know?
I don't know.
Look that shit
2 or
up.
3.
Right around there.
Yeah.
What do you think about Justice Hill? I know this is a little biased coming from me, Oklahoma State dude, but they're saying this is a lot of the breakout. A lot of the news articles I've read about breakout running backs is talking about Justice Hill.
Where's he from?
Oklahoma State, man.
I never heard of him. So
You've never even heard of Justice? Well,
Nope.
now you're gonna watch his fucking highlights. He's behind Mark
is it
Ingram
Justin
right now.
Jones or the guy from the Raiders that drafted? He's supposed to be really good too.
Oh, Jacob. Is it Jacob Jones?
Jacob Jones, yeah. He was drafted in the 3rd round, the 6th pick.
So 2018 wasn't even his best season, but here's his 2018 highlights.
Who does he play with now? Is he still on the
Ravens.
Ravens, okay. You know the
So-
Ravens, they just
He's a rookie. Mark Ingram.
no, but it's the Ravens. What's his face? One of the running backs, they released him. He signed. I think he signed with the Saints. I think.
It's Kenneth Dixon, wasn't it?
No.
Or Buck Allen. That's who it was.
Yeah,
That's who it was.
There you go.
So Justice Hill was fucking good. Led the Big 12 like 2 seasons in a row. Very good pass catcher. Watch this motherfucker. Elusive, dude. Good at breaking tackles, quick on his feet, accelerations through the roof.
Ooh.
We knew he was. So his brother was a 5-star cornerback recruit we were trying to get to go Oklahoma State, but I think he ended up committing to Michigan.
He's still playing, or
Yeah. His brother is. He just went to Michigan.
okay, so he's a freshman in
Yeah.
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, true freshman, I think, if I remember correct. But Justice was a guy, he was like a 2 or 3-star recruit. That's how Oklahoma State gets them, man. We get these small recruits and turn them into big players. So far, you haven't seen anything crazy. But watch some of these dump-off passes. Look at this.
Up the middle.
Look at that, man. Fucking 4 guys.
He outruns them all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right at the 2. He's a baller, man. He's one of these guys that reminds me. He's like if Theo Riddick had some weight on him and could run. That's who I think of. Because look, he's got the body to get through the gaps, but he's got the speed and he's got good fucking hands too. Which makes me think he's going to be good in the NFL. He's good at fighting for it too, man. Look at this.
And
He's
he
a
could
running
catch.
back doing a fucking fade in the end zone.
I don't think that was him.
No, he threw it.
Oh, he threw the ball?
Yeah.
That was a little fake. And then
Watch.
pretty cool.
He's pretty good, man. These highlights aren't super impressive. His actually the season before this was a lot better. But no, there's a lot of rookies that can make moves like that. Even Ronald Jones, he was a rookie last year, didn't do much. Bruce Arians was coming out talking about him about how good he looked in practice, and he's kind of owning it, man. So that's another running back we got to keep our eyes on. I think the running back situation this season, you've got the top 3 to 4 guys: Ezekiel, Saquon, Christian McCaffrey. After that, we've got a shitload of question marks.
Yep.
So this is just another dude in the mix. All right, what else we got?
I think that's it for the episode.
I think that might be it, gentlemen. All right, this Buffalo, we drank half that bottle of Buffalo Trace, man.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I did. Kind of
Overall,
fucked
it's
up.
pretty good, though.
I enjoyed it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Problem.
It was good stuff, man.
You know it's a good whiskey if it has the cork and the actual cap. So
No. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again. Another successful episode of Bye Weeks and Booze. I'm buzzed. Are you buzzed at all?
I'm good.
You look good, man.
I'm just tired. Long week.
That's true. But yeah, let's wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you check us out on social media. We got the Instagram going. We got the Facebook going. A little bit of Twitter here and there. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. We'll definitely tailor the episodes to meet your needs. As we get closer to fantasy football season, the stats and stuff will start pouring out. We're trying to
sleepers, who to add, who to drop.
Exactly. Once we get into the season, the content's going to get that much better. And something Zach doesn't even know about yet, but we're working on our website. I'll show you our website here in a minute. I worked on that today on my day off. So website's going to hold all of our exclusive content. We're going to have our ratings for the players.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to go and check out what Bye Weeks and Booze crew thinks about fantasy football players.
You can make like CPS where you can have like mine and yours.
Yep.
And then you have like Yahoo, ESPN, NFL, and have their rankings.
Yep, we'll all have our own rankings on there. You're going to be able to log on to the website and check it out, and stay in tune with what we're doing as far as like getting you ready for fantasy football season. And then another big announcement we've got to make, which you're just going to have to wait till next week, is we've got another member joining our crew.
Sweet.
We're going to be 3 heavy pretty soon.
Yeah.
So tune in next week if you want to meet our new cast member. He's going to be a permanent addition to the crew, and I'm pretty fucking pumped.
Yep, same here.
So, yeah.
A lot more funny random stories, probably not with football, but we're here to entertain. We're not experts. We're just here to kind of take you guys.
Good time, man. We're good at fantasy football, and we want to share it. So far, the response we've gotten from everybody seems to like what we do.
We just need to get out there. That's the problem. We need to find.
Yeah, so tell your friends.
Yep, tell friends, family, coworkers, all that good stuff.
I love podcasts. I listen to them on my way to work. I drive like 45 minutes, so this is right up my alley.
While I'm at work, I'm at the desk 8 hours. That's all I listen to at work.
All right, man. So tune in next week. You'll get to meet our new member of the crew, Bye Weeks and Booze. And let's put a bow on this baby. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go have some more alcoholic drinks, and maybe I'll make Zach watch Rudy with me.
Maybe.
All right, guys. I'm Sean.
I'm Zach.
And this is Bye Weeks and Booze. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Later.